Greetings and salutations to you all once again. It is I, the Revenant Spectre, and today we got another pickups video. Sorry I haven't put out a video lately, really. Well, I think I put out what am I thinking of? A stream or something that I had done of Sonic Mania Plus recently, but yeah, that was just a quick stream that I decided to do, but this is another pickups video. I may actually get back to doing a stream sometime later on in the week, but we'll see what happens. But anyways, enough of my rambling. We'll go ahead and get started here. And the first one that we have here is a soundtrack. It's actually a mini soundtrack, as it's called. And it's Shin Megami Tensei, Innocent Sin, Persona 2, and this was actually the re-release. It ended up coming out on PSP, as a matter of fact. Ain't it purty? It's just as purty as it can be. But yeah, the music is pretty good. There's a few tracks on here that I like that I think are pretty up to par, in all honesty. But, yeah, I wish it was like a fully fledged soundtrack, but sadly, that is not the case. But for a few, I don't know how much it was. It was like a few dollars or something. I got it at a used store. So, yeah, definitely happy to find that. The next one we have here doesn't have anything to do with video games, really. I think it had like a couple games that came out. But overall, it's one of those animated series on Nickelodeon that I adored and treasured so much as a child, and probably one of the things that really screwed me up to this day, and probably most of my generation, and that is the Ren and Stimpy's album, You Idiot! And I actually used to have this album way back in the day. I really did like it. I really did enjoy it. I don't know how I got rid of it. I don't think I sold it or got rid of it or something. I think it got lost. Dadgummit. I think it got lost in like the moving process or something years ago when I was moving from one place to another with my father, and yeah, but there's some really great stuff on here. Found it for like $4 or something, and definitely really happy to add that back to the collection. So that's just a random little aside thing there. But now, on to the game situation, and the first one that we have here is Final Fantasy 12. Oh my god, 12. I can't get my Roman numerals straight, I swear to God. But this is a Revenant Wings, and it is kind of like a, it's a RPG, well obviously it's an RPG, but it's like a, kind of like a strategy RPG in a ways. I got it for $10. I really had been wanting to get it and pick it up and try it out and all that stuff, and obviously the game isn't in there right now. And I've heard it's really good. From what I've experienced so far, it's not really anything that's blowing me out of the park, but I haven't really put that much time into it to really determine that. But from all the reviews and things that I've seen and people talking about it, they say it was actually a really interesting title. So definitely glad to manage to pick that up. The next one that we have here is Mercenaries Playground of Destruction on the PS2. This also came out on the Xbox, and it's kind of funny because I went there and I picked up all their PS2 titles that they had of this game and all their Xbox titles they had of this game to make sure I could find one where the disc wasn't scratched up or anything like that, because I ended up getting it a second in Charles, and I had made that mistake before with some other games that had came out. So to manage to find this in good condition, and especially completing the process, was definitely really good. I used to have this, and basically it's an open world kind of mission-based structure kind of game where you go and just blow the living hell out of anything and everything that moves, and buildings and vehicles and enemies and everything like that. Amazing game. I have the second one on PS3, but I'm definitely glad to end up owning the first one once again. And I don't know what happened with the first one when I had it way back in the day on PS2. Maybe I was just selling it to get some money out of it for some other new games that were coming out at the time. But definitely one to look out for if you guys are looking for some over-the-top, crazy kind of just explosive open world fun, if you will. So definitely definitely a game worth checking out. The next one that we have here is Splinter Cell Conviction. I got this for a few dollars at, which all these things that I'm showing you I only got for like a few dollars a piece. They weren't really much at all, honestly. So yeah, yay for deals. But this one, I used to have back on the original 360 before my 360 red ringed, and I played it, and I liked it, but I didn't finish it because my 360 red ringed on me, and I was like, fuck it. So I didn't bother with a 360 anymore, but then I ended up getting a 360 again later down the road and realized I really did like this game, so I picked it back up again and got it for like $4 or something like that. But I've never been a big fan of the Splinter Cell series until like some of the later titles that came out, because they focus so heavily around stealth, and that just bored me. So, but like Conviction, for example, I think had a little bit more going for it in terms of action, and also Blacklist as well, where you could kind of pick and choose exactly how you were going to go about the game and how you were going to take on different missions and things like that. So definitely glad to end up adding this back into the collection again, and hopefully I can get back to where I was previously, because I don't think I was that far into it but I'm definitely glad to end up having it again. And it's not complete either. It's just the disc itself, as a matter of fact. I was wondering if it was complete, but I had forgotten about that. The next one that we have here is Majin and the Forsaken Kingdom on the 360. This is supposed to be like some type of action platformer kind of environmental puzzle kind of game thingy, I think, with some combat elements in it. I've heard about it. I've heard it's like a hidden gem or a Forsaken gem or some type of gem or whatever that some folks have said is a really interesting title, but I only got it for like $4 and something, I think. So definitely looking forward to going checking this out and seeing what it's all about for myself. I've seen very little footage of it, but from what little I've seen, and especially the price that it was at, I was like, hell, why not? The last thing that we have here is not a game, but it's based upon a game, and I got it for like $7, and that is the StarCraft Legacy of the Void. It just fell over. Protoss, one of the races in the game. Pylon desktop power station. Basically what it is it's just one of those cutesy, wootsy, cool-looking kind of power stations that you plug into the wall, and it has, like, I think 2 USB outlets where you can charge, like, iPods and phones and stuff like that. But it lights up in the process, so just 1 second, and I shall show you. Oh, and there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There is the little Protoss pylon thingy lit up in all of its glory, and there's a little connection thingy right there, and there's a little connection thingy right there. Too bad there's only 2 of them on there. It would have been nice if there was probably 4 or something, you know. But it just lights up like this, and this is supposed to be like one of the power stations or something, I think, for the race, for them to be able to keep their buildings functioning and going and so on and so forth. But I thought it was really cool. I thought it was really interesting, especially for $7. If anything, it would make a really good, interesting piece to put on a desktop or what have you. And yeah, I am going to use it, of course, but it's just like really cool. And the funny thing is, the original price that I saw for this, because I was curious, because I got this for $7 at GameStop. It was on clearance. Got it for like $7 and something. This thing is like hollow plastic. It's like, it's not metal. It's not a thick plastic. From what I can tell, it seems like it's just really thin plastic. From the original price that I had heard about this, I think it was ranging anywhere between $30 to $50. And I laughed, and I'm like, fuck that price. Hell freaking no. It's like, ooh, it's StarCraft. It's special. We got to charge full price. Fuck that shit, man. Hell freaking no. I'm glad I got it brand new for $7 because, honestly, I would have paid no more than $10 for this thing, to be perfectly honest with you. Sorry for my language earlier, but it's just kind of funny to me that they want to go and charge a price for that just because, oh, it's based off a popular franchise. Oh, but it's probably built really shoddy because of the fact that I said it was just like plastic, and it kind of moves a little bit too. You know, like it seems like it's just kind of loose in a ways, but at the same time, no. If you guys see this, don't pay any more than $10 for it. No more than that. Because I'm telling you, this thing, like, it does look cool, obviously, and yeah, it stands up like it should, and does what it's supposed to do, but man, the price for this thing is ridiculous. The original price for it is ridiculous. Don't pay that price for this. Just pay under $10 for it. But anyways, yeah, so that's all the pickups that we have for this week. Probably for the past couple weeks, I believe, because I hadn't really put anything out lately. But anyways, yeah, so one little last looky-see at the lovely little power station here. And I will go ahead and I will end this like I always do. Later, taters. And if you find this, don't pay $30 to $50 for this piece of shit. I say it's a piece of shit because the fact, you know, it's just built shoddy. Anyways, no more than $10. But anyways, I'll go ahead and end this like I always do. Later, taters.